everyone, so today we are going to talk about how to use Evernote, TinyScan, and PDF notes to be productive. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to go to Evernote, and so if you haven't downloaded it from the App Store, you'll want to do that. And in Evernote, it's going to ask you to set up an account, and so you'll want to do that as well the first time you open Evernote. Now when you get into Evernote, it's going to look similar to this. Now, right here are all your notes, and then you have notebooks, and then you can tag items. So if you want to tag certain documents with a name, whether it be science, math, maybe notes to parents, you can put any kind of tag you'd like in order to find notes very quickly and easily. And then finally, places. For today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at notebooks. And right here you can see there's this book with a plus. We're going to go ahead and we're going to tap on that. We're going to create a new notebook. And we're going to call this notebook Scanned Docs. Okay. And I already have a Scanned Docs, so I'm just going to make a Scanned Docs 1. And now you can see it's added it right here on my page. And that's all we're going to do with Evernote at the moment. Now I want you to hit the home button and go back out, and you should have downloaded an app called TinyScan. Click on TinyScan. Now TinyScan is a great little app that will let you take a picture of a document and save it as a PDF. So let's say you have student work, maybe a letter came in from a parent, or maybe you have a worksheet that you don't want to run down to the copier to make a copy of. What you can do is you can actually take TinyScan, and up here at the top you'll notice there is a camera with a plus sign on the corner. If I tap on that, it will open up my camera. And so I just happen to have a document here, and when I hold that document beneath the camera and tap on the camera here on the side, it will take a picture of this document. Okay, so these buttons up here on the left-hand side will let you stretch that picture so that it fits your screen. Over here on the right, there's a rotate option, so you can rotate your paper as well. You can also retake it, and then the A4 down here, I just leave that alone. It's just the size of the paper, so I'm just going to leave that one alone, but you could also choose legal, business card. There are a lot of different options here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit next, which is right there. And once we hit next, you're going to notice along the bottom there are some options. We can tap on color, grayscale, or black and white. We can also choose to make the document brighter. And the contrast we can change as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Save. The document is the way I would like it. So I'm going to hit Save here. And now at the top, you're going to notice there is a box with an arrow pointing out. Now most of the time when we see this box with the arrow pointing out, that tells us we can send this document to another app or we can email it. For today, we're going to click on the Open In option. If we tap on this Open In option, it gives us all the apps that we can open this in. We're going to bypass Evernote because we're going to do something a little different with this PDF. We're going to click in Open in PDF Notes. And when we click on Open in PDF Notes, which you should have downloaded on your iPad, you'll see that this is PDF Notes. It shows you what looks like a bookcase, and it shows you all of the notes across the top. And the one we want to focus in on is this first one right here. So I'm going to tap on it. And now I can annotate this PDF using PDF Notes. Now if I just tap on the screen, it will bring up the formatting bar across the top. So what I want you to do is I want you to write your name somewhere on the page. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose the pencil option. And then I can choose the width of the pencil as well by tapping on this icon. right here. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the color as well. I want to make this black. And now I'm going to just write my name. And it works better when you have a stylus, but you can also use your finger. And then I'm going to want to highlight some text. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight maybe the things that are important in the document. And then the last step, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this button down at the bottom again with the box with the arrow pointing out. And I want to click on Flattened PDF File. This is going to make it so that the notes and the images that I've drawn will be added to the PDF file. They're included as images. And once I tap on that, it's going to say Open In. And so this is where we want to click to Open In, and we want to choose Evernote. Now if you see here, I have a couple pages of items I can open it in, but right here at the bottom it shows 2 dots, and that tells me I have a second page. So if I can't find something, if I take my finger and I slide it to maybe that second page if it's available, I should see the app that I'm looking for. And I'm going to click on Open in Evernote. Now when I do that, it opens in Evernote, and at the top here I can rename the document. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. And this is going to be my test document. So I'm going to put this name in here. And then I'm going to go up to the top here and I'm going to click on the little eye. And what that's going to allow me to do is, if you look here, there's a notebook option. If I tap on that notebook option, now I can put this document in any of the notebooks I created. So if you remember, we created a scan documents. And so I can put that in the scan documents. Or I can go up here to the search bar and create a new folder just by typing it in. So I can go ahead and type in a new folder name. And clicking the plus sign, and that will create a new notebook. But for today's purposes, since I've already created one, I'm just going to click Scan Docs. Go back. I can put tags in. So maybe I want to tag this as a screenshot. Again, if I want to create a new tag, I just come up here to the search bar and I type in the name of the tag and add it. And that's it. So then I'm going to go ahead and click Close. Now if I wanted to, I could also add audio, maybe about this, where I took the scan, why I feel it's necessary to put it in a notebook, any kind of notes that I have or want to add. I can also add pictures in here, take a picture and add it in. And as always, I can type as well. I can add text in. And then I'm going to choose Close. And now when I go out to my notebooks, and I can do this by just pulling on this little elephant right here, and I click on Notebooks, and I go to my Scan Documents, I can see my document has been added. And to view the document, I tap on this PDF, and it opens up. So that's a very easy way to scan a document, put it into Evernote, annotate the document. This might be useful for students if they are creating portfolios of their work, or you could use this for students if you're working with a one-to-one program and you wanted them to turn in maybe an annotated PDF of some sort, maybe a worksheet that you've given them and you want them to turn it in paperlessly. This would be one way to do it. If you have any questions, please let us know.